Hi everyone, welcome. Today I had the urge to play with my ready mix boom paint some more. I've chosen a really nice color combination in my opinion anyway. I have teal and pink and some of the black. So I'm just going to see what happens with a straight pour, whether the white will break through the black but not the colors like I've noticed before. I've changed my mixing ratios a little bit and I'll put those in the description. But I've made the white thicker. There's actually 3 parts paint and 1 part water now. Same with the black. And then the metallics are, the pink and the teal are still 2 to 1. And that makes the black, the pink and the teal the same consistency. I did the drip test to determine that. And the white, which is on the base, is thicker. Oh, if you're not sure what the drip test is, it's something that's helped me an awful lot. And if you want to know more, let me know in the description, sorry, in the comments, and I'll happily do a video about that. Right, so I'm just layering the pink and the teal with a layer of black between the colors, because I don't want them to mix when I pour them on the canvas. I've leveled my canvas already before I started the recording. There we go. I'm a little bit worried that the black will take over, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you can see some of that. And I've used the pouring paint calculator again to determine that I need roughly about 120 mil of paint. So this might be a little much, but I'd rather there be too much and not enough. So I'm just gonna do a couple more layers just to be sure. Oh, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I next put a video on. I was thinking of trying a pearl pour with some of these new paints I have. I'll tell you about it in the next video, hopefully by the end of this week. They're really interesting, but yeah, I'll tell you more then. Okay, I think that's all my pink gone. Let's just put a tiny bit more black and then the rest of the teal. And I don't have any leftovers, although if this works out really nice, fingers crossed, I was thinking of doing a pour about twice this size. I have just a place on my wall for it as well. So hopefully now the black will find its own place on the canvas and the white will only pop through those. So I'm just going to do a straight pour, perhaps give it a little bit of a nozzle like that. I like the paper cups for this because you can angle, crunch it into an angle. Yet again, I can't talk today. I can see a lot of teal. Looks like the black might be swallowing the pink quite a lot. So yeah, this often happens with black. It can be an interesting one. It likes to take over at times. But it's okay. We'll give it a stretch in a minute and see if I can reveal any of the pink. If not, it'll be a black and teal pour, which, you know, isn't necessarily bad. Looks like the Pearlescent boom gels are lending sort of a pearlescent sheen to almost all of the paint. Oh, that's pink. Look. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And this is always a tricky part for me, not to get that last drip into the onto the canvas, and I didn't that time. That's good. That's the benefit of having thicker paints that you're pouring with. You end up with less of a nightmare with ruining your design with that, you know, ugly blob in the middle. I like that. How that pink is just floating around on its own, like in a sea of black and teal. Oh, that's really cute. This paint is so luscious and yummy. I'm just gonna grab one of those cups, and I'm gonna see if I can catch some of the paint I'm pouring off. So I can use it to fix the sides and the edges. I definitely don't want to lose that pink bit there. It's lovely. And I'd rather not lose too much of the teal on that end, but I'm just going to sacrifice a tiny bit just there. Okay, and then let's go in that corner. I really do not want to lose that. It looks almost like angel wings. That's a really nice design. So yeah, I'm not going to lose any over these corners, or as little as I can, and I'm just going to pop some of that paint that's going in the cup into the corners. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's just pop it over the corners there. I'm trying to give it quite a bit of a stretch because I need the white to pop through. So let's just put that back there. Help it along a little bit. Oh, look, I've got plenty there to use. There we go. And a bit more. This is when I'm always pleased that I just put down clean wax paper. Don't have to worry about getting some random odd paints mixed in there. I actually used to cover my my pouring pot, the paper I'm using here. It comes with the boxes of paint I order from a local supplier here in Finland, so I'm pretty pleased that I'm, you know, putting that packaging material to good use. And it's wax paper as well, so it doesn't absorb the paint all that much. Absorbs a little bit of the moisture, but you know, it's a really good way to let your paints then, or the drips, dry. And yeah. Okay, I'm having trouble talking and doing at the same time. Yeah, so it's really good because you can let the paints dry on this paper, and then once the acrylic is dry, it's essentially plastic, so it's fine to discard with household waste. I like that. Oh. Right, I need to think about how I'm going to deal with these corners, because I really don't want to lose much paint there. Oh, that pink is so cute, but I might go in and fuss with it a little bit, I think, because it's pretty much a blob of pink right there. So I'm thinking a toothpick will come in handy shortly, but I'm just gonna itch your face, which is handy when you've got your hands covered in paint. Yeah, I'm just gonna stretch this just a tad, little bit more. I can't believe how much of the pink disappeared in there. Right, come on, go over already. And not that teal bit. Yes, let's save that. And also I'm hopeful that once this dries, the teal will be more noticeable. It's gone really dark. Yeah, this black is tricky. It has a tendency, like other blacks too, they have a tendency to swallow up your other colors. So perhaps next time I need to use much less of the black in between the colors. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna torch it next, but I'm just gonna, actually I'm just gonna change my gloves because it's beyond salvation now. Chuck those in the bin. There we go, put my black away safely. Really don't want to start knocking stuff over here. Okay, let's get some more gloves. There we go, and actually I'll just torch this without my gloves on, that doesn't matter. Okay, this is interesting, will be interesting to see if much of the white starts breaking through this time. I'm not seeing an awful lot, but I don't want to stretch it much further. Saying that, I probably will stretch a little bit in that direction to try and get the white to start popping through. I've noticed with these paints, mixing them pretty vigorously, you know, the thing that really isn't advisable in most cases, is quite beneficial, because once you pop the air bubbles, it activates the cell growth or the pearl growth. But this time I didn't think about that, and I let my paint sit for at least a couple of hours. I was doing other things in the meanwhile after mixing the paints, and yeah, completely forgot about that part, how yeah, having the bubbles in the paint is actually not a bad idea if you're after these cells, that is. With other whites, I find, especially Amsterdam white, although it's a really good color for creating cells, it's a nice, I really don't like the sort of measles look you get when you're forced to pop air bubbles. So I like to mix my Amsterdam white well in advance. There we go. I think I'm just, you know, worried that there will be no pearls growing here, but then this paint has been known to react really, 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 really slowly. When I did the first one of these with the paint undiluted, just neat, I think the pearls were still growing sort of, I don't know, 2-3 hours later. It was really slow, and I just must remind myself that the paint is much thicker this time than last time. So yeah, clearly the cells will grow a lot slower. I like these squiggly line things here, so I'm just going to take my toothpick and try and accentuate or create new ones here. Actually, you can see some lines here already that aren't very defined, so I'm just going to give them some of that definition, like so. And then when you take your toothpick out of the paint, if you just lift it up gently, it usually leaves the other end quite tidy. The best thing to do would be to follow all the way through, but I don't want to disturb this bit here, so I'm not wanting to go through the whole section of pink, at least yet. We'll see, I might change my mind. I noticed this with the leftover pour I did end of last week with, well, the name says it all, with a bunch of leftover paints. There was a section there that I really didn't like, so I put a band of gold on it. But then I didn't like the gold because it looked like this great big artificial looking blob band of just solid gold in the middle of this otherwise really nice organic design. So I started doing this, and if you let your toothpick go all the way to the canvas, it will reveal some of the color underneath. See how that's actually a lot more interesting now. Those really talented people who do the modified blooms, they use this similar technique, I believe. I am not that good, so I'm just gonna stick to what I know for now. Nah, not really. It's always good to practice new techniques, but some of them are really tricky, and I absolutely take my hat off to those people who can do nice blooms and modified blooms. Oh my goodness. And another one that's completely my nemesis currently is the Dutch pour. It just drives me crazy. I can do a line, no problem, because I can't muddy up the colors being all the same shade, but I tried again with colors. They looked perfectly lovely as a combination, and then when I blew it with a hairdryer, oh, it just looked awful, honestly. You're not sure whether to laugh or cry when it goes like that, but I decided to laugh. It's better than crying. But yeah, I'll keep trying. Gotta try these things. I think I can, I'm not sure if that's an air bubble. This paint is so thick that it's actually actually a little bit tricky to see what is going on. But I think I'm gonna leave that. That's actually, and the pearls are growing quite nicely. I'm liking it. I'm liking this. And it's funny how I was saying about the pink being swallowed up, but then that last layer of pink came through, carried on floating completely on its own. I'll have to check back on the video, because I think I put pink down in the cup first. Yeah, that's a thing worth remembering. And then it looked like the teal was going to show up really nicely, but that's actually been swallowed up quite significantly by the black. Yeah, that's interesting. Learning a lot about these particular paints as I do these. I'm just gonna accentuate a little bit here as well, although I can't replicate that organic flowy look with my toothpick, so I'm not gonna go overboard with that. It's hard to get your hand to do a completely organic looking line. Has a tendency to try and go into a regular pattern. Some really nice cells here as well, black and teal. That is lovely. I like that. Oh yes, there's a bit of a largish block of black and teal there, but I'm gonna leave that undisturbed, I think. Yes, I will, and just see how it develops. So just wipe under your edges with a palette knife, or with your finger, or a piece of tissue or paper or something, anything. Very good reason for this. The paints are heavy, and if you leave drips under there, what will happen, it'll keep pulling the paint off the canvas, and it could easily sort of start elongating it and ruining these pearl formations just popping through. Great, I like it. What do you think? Leave a comment in comments. I always do that. I make myself laugh. Leave a comment in the comments. No kidding. Yeah, let me know what you think. Is there anything else you'd like me to see, try color combinations? I promise I won't just be doing pouring videos with Boom Gel. I'm just so in love with these products because I've not had them for that long, and I really enjoy exploring one technique or type of paint, or just limiting what I experiment with quite narrowly, because it helps me learn and understand and take plenty of notes into the particular behaviors of that technique, the consistencies needed, rough recipes. Yeah, so I find I tend to obsess on one aspect at a time. So yeah, I'll try to publish a video about at least once a week. So if you want to be notified of those newly published videos, hit subscribe and the bell button. Right, I will leave that there. What I'll do is I'll stop the recording. I will put this on time lapse, probably 60 times speed, so you'll see 1 minute in 1 second in the next section, because these will take a long time to develop, these pearls. I'll pop some music on for you. Enjoy, and I'll come back and check on this in roughly about an hour. Okay, see you then. Bye. Hi again. Right, it's about an hour later from when I finished pouring. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I love this. Look at those, some of these pearls here, how they took on that teal color. Oh, wow. That is incredible. Let me just put the flash on. Oh, so nice. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to see how this dries. And I think I'm going to finish this with, I don't know, satin or gloss spray. What do you think? Unfortunately, I don't have the possibility of doing resin yet. I'm hoping to one day, once I get a proper studio. But in the meanwhile, which varnish should I go for? Let me know in the comments. And remember to subscribe. Thanks a lot. See you again soon. Bye.